Hello everyone and welcome back to Markiron Shipyard. Markiron here, and I'm back to start on my next project. I've decided to alter my format a little bit, and I think I'm going to start the first few minutes of each episode with a little bit of almost a mini mod spotlight. Just throwing out a couple of features here, nifty things that I'll be using throughout the build. And my goal is by the end of the series, you'll have a lot more mod tips and tricks in your portfolio of things. First one, I finally installed Red Power. So that gives me a few neat little features, like this wall here. Looks normal from this side. Looks normal from this side. But it actually is very, very, very thin. This is the cover from Red Power. Very easy to make. All you need is a saw and an iron block. You can cut it into slabs, which are yay big. Or you can take a slab and cut it into panels, which are yay big. Or you can slice those panels one more time and get covers. As you can see, they're basically just fractions of a block as they proceed down. Now, for the bonus round, we put covers there, and we can get cover strips. Now, cover strips are the same kind of idea, except they can be placed on walls just like this, and they're just tiny little strips. You'll actually be able to see this better if I put another type of block in behind it. Silly me for using same textures on same texture, but there you go. So now you can kind of see there's two little strips just hanging out. Keeping busy. Just going to knock these out because I want my wall back. But my plan is most of the interior bulkheads will be covers, giving me maximum room inside. I just did this wall for demonstration. And I'll keep the main hull, for the most part, a little more realistic at this thickness. Because even with advanced construction materials, I'm pretty sure a meter worth of hull would be a good idea. Just saying. But yeah, that's going to be what's going on. So give me a moment here to just get resettled, and we'll get moving right along today's construction project. Alright, welcome back. So, I'm going to move my way on up to F deck this time, and get the corridors there. Now, while G deck was a nice little simple square, now it's time to start getting round. And if by some stroke of luck, LRM or anybody who knows LRM, my feature request for Red Power is the ability to place a cover or something similar diagonally. Because if I could do that, this would be a world of easier. I know it'd probably be a pain to code, because I've heard these covers and microblocks are a pain to code in the first place, but just out of sheer chance, that would be what I would think would be really cool. Anyways, so we're going to start with the circular section. Now, I actually have to knock a hole through here, because this is where my doorway is going to be to this hallway. And we will not use my destruction catalyst because I don't want to blow stuff up. As much fun as that is to blow stuff up, it doesn't seem to want to work. Oh, well, you look at that. Now let's see. Oh, there we go. So, this is going to be the way out into the corridor. And this will actually probably be best as a door, because I'll probably put a real door on it. So, by my calculations, I should be from this door here. From this block here, I should be out 1 meter. Right here. Actually, we'll cancel that because there is room enough for it to be here. So comes out total of 2 meters. 1, 2. And then this is the one end of the hallway. Now, this circular little hallway is going to be 18 meters internal diameter. So from here to its opposite or opposing side, 18 blocks. That is going to be fun. I think in post I might do a little time warp here. Oh, there we go. This wall is 18 blocks from its opposing wall. Now for the part I'm really not looking forward to. Making a circle. I'm not a circular kind of person. I actually kind of like squares. But, time warp. Alright, so I've kind of filled in this top bit a little bit, and I've realized I've done something that's going to be a pain later, but I think I'm going to work around because I have a couple solutions up my sleeve. But with having the corridors too wide and having main corridors that go up and down means I need to have the center of the ship be even, which means for things that would go exactly in the middle of the ship, like the captain's chair or anything like that, they're not going to be able to do that because there isn't going to be a center block. I'll show you when I get all the way up there how I fix that, but what I've actually done is I've gone out on the lovely interwebs and I have acquired, well, not acquired, I'm viewing a circle template. Just Google a Minecraft circle template. There's lots of them out there. And I'm going to use that to help me create my circle. Just using it as a guide, I will go through and build out in whatever mathematically correct shapes are required to actually produce something somewhat circle-like. I will be back once I've fleshed this out a little bit. Alright, welcome back. Okay, so I've gone through and I've filled out my circle a little bit. Did an 18 meter internal, 24 meter external, slight difference. And so I've gone through and I've done up 2 versions of corridors. One is vanilla Minecraft. It's, if I had no mods, it's how I'd do it. I've also done a second corridor that will show why I'm using red power, why I'm building this with mods, and not just vanilla Minecraft. So we're walking through. This doesn't really feel as much like a corridor. It's kind of squishy. I mean, it's nice. If you've got a very good imagination, it'll work. But this is a little more corridor-like. This kind of fits a little bit more. And what I've done is I've actually used red power slabs and what have you to kind of... Oh, you can't even really see them well on this side, but if I do this... This, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and that, you can see kind of how I did it with full blocks in a couple places, and then some slabs, some panels, and I could probably even get some covers in some places just to kind of taper it down a little bit and make it a little bit of a smoother fit, giving a little more space internally for the player to move about in, And as far as I'm concerned, it's far more aesthetically pleasing. So it takes far more time. Don't get me wrong. I probably spent 5-10 minutes just on this one tiny little section of corridor. But, you decide. When you're doing your project, is it aesthetics of the inside worth it? Are you going to have people looking at them? Is it going to be something that's going to be seen? If they're just maintenance corridors so you can walk from point A to point B to fix stuff, well, A, I'd highly recommend against round maintenance corridors just because they're a pain. And B, they don't need to be pretty. But if you're going to have people actually walking in and around the ship like I am with this, my full plan is to actually have the entire interior of the ship created, and then I'm also going to create external viewing platforms so you can go to those external platforms and view the outside of the ship as it's in dry dock. But with this, it's going to be internally complete. You'll be able to go to just about anywhere on the ship. So what I'm going to actually do is work on the next section of wall here. Now, one thing you might notice with the slabs is unlike normal blocks where you just point and shoot, the slabs and the covers and the panels and all the micro blocks give you this kind of neat little interface where you base it relative to the block you're looking at. So I'm looking at this block flat on, it wants to put it flat against. If I move to one of these other corners, it moves it around. So now it's standing up on end. Now it's hanging up off the top of the wall. And you can really just move them around wherever feels comfortable, whatever looks best. There you go. Table. There's a bar. Extend it out. Boom. Done. Console. Obviously, you might want to consider prettying it up a little bit, putting some kind of display or something, but for those of us with highly vivid imagination, it works. Alright, so there we go there. Now, this section is going to get a little interesting, mainly because I've got this here, which is a bit of an anomaly. You can see I've already used some covers to kind of make this a little more low profile. Plus, I also may need to tweak some of these walls and positions here. Now, the ones that are going to be the hardest is this one here, because I break this, I break my ladder. Now, here's one thing I don't know. If I put slabs there, and I want to come in and place my ladder, because the slabs are on the inside, yes, my ladder's placed just fine. Because on this side, the slab doesn't come outside of the block boundary, so it can be treated just like a normal block. Anything that would normally go up against a block won't go on the inside. But go to the outside, bam, good to go. So that'll buy me a little more room in there. And bam. And bam. So I'm debating what to do with this, if I want to leave it a little tight in here or do something where I flare this out a little bit. Where is my panels? So do maybe that kind of a thing. Maybe keep that going over a couple blocks just to kind of throw this side out a little bit. I don't know. Maybe tell me in the comments what you think looks better. This or nope. There. or this. And maybe having hollow blocks just looks cool. You know? Reduce the weight, I'm sure. Although, I'm not sure iron would be really considered a useful material for building a starship, but who knows? Anyways, I think that's about time to wrap up. So, this has been episode 3 of Markiron Shipyard. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.